Alright guys, what is going on? We're back with our first video on the game, the NBA Live 18 demo featuring the one, I think it's what it is. So we're here with the game, and we're gonna start making our player now. We started off with selecting our head basically. I think the best one I found was either 10 or 11, just for my liking. So I went ahead and I think we went with 11. We thought about 10, but we went back. So the hair we picked long and curly because that's how we're rocking it right now. So the beard style and all this, there was a lot of choices, a lot of different ones to choose from, and it was very tough to pick, I'm going to be honest. So we found one that we liked, that I liked the most, and that's what we went with. So now with the favorite thing that you do when you create your players, pick what your position and your play type. Now I was really looking at wing defender. I did like that a lot, but I wanted to be able to score a lot more. I looked at wing score and I liked how you could get to the rim and dunk and stuff, but honestly I want to shoot. I like the shot. I like shooting a lot. I like my shot to be, average, decent, and that's exactly what we went with. So we are a wing shooter, and with this you get to pick your height and weight. We went with about 6'5". I like that more, and we went with about 220. We want a little bit of muscle. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be big. So we went 6'5" and 220 pounds. So with our player name being what it is, that is just about it. So take a look, give us a quick rundown of our player, and I will see you guys after all this crazy cutscenes. It's insane.
Like millions of other kids, you dreamed of one day being in the NBA. You wanted to be a star, and someday to rise above and become the greatest to ever play. You dreamed of being the one. But the road to stardom is never easy. There are obstacles, injuries, and disappointments. Adversity is universal. It can happen to anyone at any time. And one day, it happened to you. You went from being a guaranteed lottery pick to a kid who may never even play college ball again.
Now look, it's always bad to hear about injuries, especially to college kids, of course.
Yeah.
But Stephen A. Smith, this one is particularly disheartening because we are 2 weeks into the season and one of the top NBA prospects in the country goes down potentially with a season-ending injury, a knee injury. That's a killer.
I couldn't agree more. When I heard he was carried off the floor today, all you can do is find yourself hoping that he'll make it back. That's the bottom line. But my heart goes out to him because I didn't expect this. This is a devastating injury. It's never good to have something like this happen to you.
The team doctor broke the news. Torn ACL, sprained MCL, and a torn meniscus. Surgery was scheduled, but your game will likely never be the same. At the 2016 NBA Draft, your name is still mentioned. Not as a prospect, but as a cautionary tale.
Now, there's another huge story in this year's draft. A record number of underclassmen, 30 of them, undrafted. And I hope, anyway, that this is a lesson, this serves as an example to college players. I'm not talking about the ones who are genuinely one and dones, the guys you know are going to be lottery picks. I mean the rest of them. They're not sure shots. You're not sure they're going to be lottery picks. Don't just use the college system for a year thinking you're going to bounce. It doesn't work like that.
Please.
If you don't have the talent, it doesn't work. You got to be cultivated in the system.
Please. There you go again with your blanket generalizations. You know how you are, oh, Max. The woe is me. Oh, my Lord. I can't take it. I just can't take it. It's a case-by-case basis. You can't just blanketly decide this should not be one and dones or this should be one and dones. You got to go on a case-by-case basis. Some dudes deserve to be one and dones. Some people don't. It's on a case-by-case basis.
And that is my point. Thank you for making it for me. Every kid thinks they're the exception to the rule. And members of the media like, Stephen A. Smith are encouraging these kids to come out early.
Look, Max, bottom line is this. You got to take this into consideration. You had two dudes. They were called the Height brothers. Now, you had Nick Howard. This kid had a lot of promise. What does he do? He goes to college. Very uneventful first year, no doubt. The second year, he was pretty good. Here's the problem. The NBA, it's not about pretty good. You need to be great on the collegiate level, on the prep level, in summer leagues and what have you, in order for you to get the stature that you deserve. That's the bottom line. You're pretty good ain't good enough to be that stud NBA.
How is exactly my point.
Let me finish. There's another example. I did say the Height brothers. I wasn't talking about one individual. I was talking about two. What happens? One and done in a different way. 1 year, one ACL injury later, and look where he's at now. His future is clearly uncertain. So you got to take advantage of that opportunity because you never know when an injury is going to cost you everything.
Stephen A., listen to yourself. Let's listen to yourself for a second. You give one argument for why a kid should come out early, a one-and-done situation. I can give you 30 arguments this morning alone why they should stay in school. And now you have to wonder what a kid like Nick Howard, who has given up his college eligibility, does next. What does he do next?
First of all, don't sweat the technique. The argument, or one argument, as long as it's strong enough, that's all that matters. That's number one. Number two, the Height brothers was something special. What they really, really need to do. I'm going to tell you what they need to do, Max. They need to get back to playing together. My sources are telling me the ACL injury has been completely healed. So go on a pro-am circuit. Go in summer leagues. Do what you got to do to get back on the court together to remind everybody of what you once were. Because once you pull that off, the sky's the limit. That's what they need to do. Get back to playing ball together, because when people see what you can do as one, the other arguments don't really matter. Like I said, don't sweat the technique.
All right, wow. So the storyline is basically we had to torn a lot. Like our leg was messed up. So we're trying to get back into basketball, and our friend, I guess Nick Howard. Hey Mike, hey Michael, did you catch Stephen A. last night? Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, interesting, I guess. I'm not gonna read it, I'm gonna let you guys see it. I think a lot of people have already seen this stuff anyway, so we're just trying to run through it. And basically, the whole thing is here, we are going to get invited out to play at Rucker Park and Venice Beach, I think the two were, and that'll be in the next episode. So the first episode was just the creation and the cutscene. I'm sorry for it being like delayed on the voices. I don't know, but I did the captions or whatever. So we're gonna pick the one with the crate. I want to see what the crate is. That is something interesting they've added in this year. So we went with the bottom choice instead of the one where we could get some XP and stuff. I just want to see what the crate is. If it's the better choice to go with the XP and stuff, we'll probably do that next time. But I really do want to see what this is. The Rise open crate. Let's go. I wonder what we get inside of it. I hope it's just not like some random stuff. Hopefully we get something pretty decent. Oh, I like that animation. And it is a t-shirt jersey for Rucker Park, and it is an epic. So it looks like we got the best one out of the crate. So I guess it's a bunch of clothes. That's pretty cool. And we can select our outfit and put it in there. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Should be out shortly after this one. Hit that like button if you're new, subscribe, and I am out. Thank you guys so much for watching.